This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the chance to feel alive. Nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna top this, nothing like we've ever seen. And I raise my hand to the sky, what a feeling. 'Cause I feel like dancing high, got a feeling, time to feel it. This is where it all begins.
Welcome, virtual festival goers, to the 2020 Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival, a production of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust. We're live from Pittsburgh and streaming around the world from the Dollar Bank Digital Main Stage. Tonight's show features Byron, Nash, and Brittney Chantele.
This is where it all begins.
Hi, guys. It's Sarah Aziz. I'm the Director of Festival Management for the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust and the Director of the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival. I'm so glad you guys are here with us on day 6 of the first virtual Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival. Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully you'll be here for all 10 days. We go with live programming straight through Sunday the 14th. And of course, our artist market and our wonderful exhibitions are open 24/7, as well as all of the music and dance on the 24/7 stage. So please check out the rest of the website and buy some art. Please support these artists in our artist market and our exhibitions. So tonight I'm really excited for this show. These are two of my favorite local Pittsburgh musicians, Brittney and Byron. You saw Byron at the top of the show, and we're going to bring him back for the second half of the show. But we're going to start out tonight with Brittney Chantele, who is an activist, an artist, and a musician, self-described. Those are her words, not mine. So yeah, let's bring in Brittney.
Hey.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
It's so good to like see people's faces and talk to people after everything that's been going on. So like, tell me more about, I kind of led with this activist, artist, musician, that you're tackling all these things. Tell us a little bit more about what all that means.
Yeah, so I'm a hip hop pop artist, visual artist, speaker, activist. I think more recently with current events, I've been more focused on that activism role, and actually like defining what that really means and what that looks like from day to day. But in the grand scheme of things, I find a way to intertwine all of my mediums, and I call myself an artivist, that artist and that activist at the same time. And I'm a part of One Hood, who, honestly just does so much for the art and the activist community, and has inspired me and pushed me to do great things. So, I focus on social justice issues mainly, but also talk about queer love and recently exposing truth behind the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, for sure. I know we have some images of your artwork that we're going to share with folks a little bit later. There's one of you making art, which I love. Where is this?
So this is actually in Homestead. And this was during a creative mornings.
Nice.
Yeah, so I live painted and I also performed.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's that's such a great shot. We love creative mornings. We're so lucky to have all these really great programs in Pittsburgh. But you have a song that you're gonna play for us that is you have a new album out, but this first
Mhm.
song that you're gonna do is actually not from the new album. It's from an album a couple years ago, but it's super relevant now.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a song off of my EP that was released in 2017 titled Labels, and it's called Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I've decided to do this without a backing track. I'm also going to slow some of the parts down a little bit because I really think it's important that people hear the words. So. Ooh, I used to want to be a cop. Never smoked pot, thought that it would kill my shot. And now I'm seeing all these flowers when I'm rolling round the block. Nightmares of my family friends lying down in chalk. Had to switch my plans, I don't want to be a cop. I don't want to wear a vest or a badge or a Glock. I don't want to be sorted with that sickness, acquitted, never convicted. The system makes the murderer a victim. Oh, so you scared for your safety now. Don't take the badge, don't accept it now. Oh, so you scared for your safety now. Don't take the badge, don't accept it now. Yes, we have to act, this ain't time for small talk. Parents teach their kids never hang out in a flock. And damn sure never cross the street without the crosswalk. Never wanna see my own mom's widows walk. And I'm just stating the obvious for those who are not blinded. We divided, I've decided to take the evidence provided. Police misguided, juries dividing, and white supremacy unwinding. So we marching with Black Lives Matter, reciting, I'm singing Black Lives Matter now. Yeah, I'm singing Black Lives Matter now. Yeah, I'm singing Black Lives Matter now. 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 Yeah, I'm singing Black Lives Matter now. I'm singing Black Lives Matter now. Thank you.
That was really great. And so important then, so interesting too, that I think, you released this EP in 2017. I know we've been chanting that, long before that, and it's kind of back on the front page now, which hopefully it'll stay there for a minute until we really focus on it, and hopefully fix some of our problems. But let's talk a little bit more about your art and your new album, which is also pretty heavy, complicated. It's beautiful music, but it's pretty deep. So tell us about that.
Yeah. So in regards to my visual art, I focus a lot on abstract work, and also very in your face, like statement art. When I do abstract work, I'm usually painting with my hands, and I try to just feel it out. I feel like that's a cliche statement for abstract artists, but it really is true. I don't really plan too much when I paint. I do plan colors. You'll see me right there. That's me. That's out of a different creative mornings. They've had me twice now, so. Yeah, I don't really try to plan that much. I just feel it out. But when I'm trying to say something very boldly and in your face, I usually do so by using military items and painting directly on them. I use a lot of my own personal, stuff that I have accumulated throughout the years of serving in the Army National Guard. And there you'll see a picture. Those were boots. That really correlates to my newest album. You'll see that there's popsicle sticks in there along with soil, and there's different words written on the popsicle sticks, and it's kind of saying that these things aren't just vanished once you join the military. There's hate, there's racism, there's sexism, there's transphobia, homophobia. I mean, you name the phobias and the isms, and they do exist in the military. All that to say that for this new album that I released in in February of just this year. It's called The Golden Opportunity, completely about my military experience. And a lot of people ask why it's called The Golden Opportunity, simply because the idea of joining the military was pitched to me as a golden opportunity. And I quickly learned through my experiences that there's a lot of hypocrisy within the military, and what I thought would be upheld, different values of integrity and respect, were not upheld by everybody in the military. So, I definitely have gained moral injury throughout those findings, and I put pen to paper, as they say, or I guess nowadays I write things out in a Word document, but I came up with lyrics for 13 really vulnerable songs to make this album. And it's been a really moving experience. There's been a lot of people who've reached out to me telling me that they felt like they served as well, and they just feel like they didn't have the platform to say how they felt. So it's been a really great project and healing for me to release.
That's great. Can you share something from that new album with us?
Absolutely. Another, heavy song, but I think it's necessary because it's real, and I'd love to share it.
We'd love that.
Awesome. So this one is called #MeToo. Again, I'm going to do this without a backing track, and I'm going to slow some parts down as well, just so that the words are really heard. Yeah, I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. No, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. 'Cause it's like me too with the hashtags, like, oh yeah, let me snap that, let me cap that, retweet, like that, love that. Brittney, did you see this? Oh me, oh my. Go retweet this, but for what though? For awareness and all fairness. Yeah, I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. Yeah, I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. 'Cause it ain't about the way it happened. It ain't about the story. It's about the fact that it so often yet gets swept under the rug. And the victims get your judgment when they really need your love. Tell me if you get it. This isn't just for mentions. Tell us how you feel if this happened to your missus. And it's crazy how awareness turns to begging for attention. Yes, we're begging, we just need you all to listen without tension. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand. Thank you.
Yeah, man, that was beautiful. It's hard, right? Like,
yeah.
It all rings so true, which is one of the things that I love most about your music and your art, that you and your activism, for that matter, that you're out there, you're not shy about it. You let people know where you stand. You're never guessing where you are on Brittney Chantele's radar, which I so appreciate. So tell us one more time, Brittney, where people can buy your new album, check out your art.
Yeah, totally. You can head straight to my website, BrittneyChantele.com. My music is available on all streaming platforms. And I always say this, and I truly mean it. I really don't care if you buy it or if you stream it for free. That's just my standpoint on it. I want people to listen to my words and to get something out of it. And of course, I love the support, and I love when people are able to buy an album, but I don't ever want that to be a barrier to somebody listening to my music.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully
Absolutely.
we're in person soon. I'm going to give you a big old hug when I see you.
Yes.
And yeah, take care of yourself. Stay strong, stay active. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. So while we're giving plugs and telling folks where to find cool stuff, you guys can support the Arts Festival and all the stuff that the Trust does. We added this scan to donate button here that should make it even easier. You just jump on your camera on your smartphone and take a picture of that little QR code. It'll take you right to the page to support the festival, help the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust keep it free. We so appreciate it. Even though we moved to a virtual platform, it's not free. It still costs money. So support us. That would be really appreciated. So artist at the top of the show was Byron Nash. We're going to bring Byron back and have some tunes and some chats with Byron. I've known Byron for a minute. Hey, man.
Hi. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
I'm well.
Cool. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I was just remembering when I was putting the script together that you rang in what I don't even remember what year it was anymore, but the year that we were like, everyone has to go inside because it's too cold at first night. No one can be outside. Yeah, you're like, I remember. I still don't have a feeling in my fingers. And you played us into the new year.
Yeah. Coldest gig to this day still.
Yeah, and probably forever.
Forever, yes.
Like -4 real degrees.
Yes, it was very cold.
But that was still a really good year.
It was an amazing year. I was surprised how many people were at the stage for how cold it was.
Yeah, right. So thanks for coming back and doing this virtual festival with us. I feel like you've hit all of you've played first night, you've played Traff with your full band on the Dollar Bank in real life main stage, and now you're doing solo on our virtual digital main stage. Yeah. So I love that. Tell us what you've been up to. You have a new album?
Yeah, it's more of a group of songs. Albums are sort of like how things used to be, but now you can just have a batch of songs and release them whenever you feel comfortable. So I've been working with a producer, Harrison Wargo. He's called Bad Boxes since last year, and we have an awesome batch of songs together. But COVID kind of put a pause on it, so I only have one of the songs available, sort of the first single, because we didn't see this coming. So there's other songs to come, but right now, if you hit any of the streaming platforms, it's there. The first single is called Tug of War.
Okay.
Yeah. And since then, because we've been locked down, I've just been producing other music at home. So it's been a really creative period for me. Well,
see, silver linings. The world's going to get a whole bunch of new Byron music.
Yeah, a lot.
as a reward for being in lockdown. So, well, do you want to play one of your songs for us?
Sure. This is one of the new ones. It's called Hey Sister. Sister, it's been a mighty long time since the last time that I called to see if you were fine. Distance between us greater than the miles. Disconnection, blood relation, blurring of the lines, causes yours and mine. Can we work through the frustration that's eating at our minds? We'll never know until we try. Last time I saw you pregnant Ashamed to say I never met her. I bet she has your eyes. Pictures of days gone, formed tears, then smile. Disconnection, blood relation, blurring out the lines, lost is yours and mine. Can we work through the frustration, seeding out our minds? Never know until we try. Disconnection, blood relation, blurring of the lines, lost is yours and mine. Can we work through the frustration, seeding out our minds? Let's now the meeting of the minds. We'll never know until we try.
Yay!
Thank you, thank you.
I can't wait for the rest in the batch because I like that song so much.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about it? Is it like for real about your sister, or is it like a metaphor?
No, it's real. It's real. Both of the songs that I'm playing today are about communication, which I think is a big sort of underlying factor of what's happening, and which is why I chose those songs today. It's just misunderstanding, and sometimes when you don't know where someone else is and how they're feeling, I think it's important to kind of figure out where they are first, because it's very easy to be defensive about how we're feeling. And so that was sort of a way of reaching out and saying, hey, no matter what happened or what we think happened or what the reasons are, let's figure out a way to like connect, because we need to understand each other's sides and our emotions and be supportive in that. So that's really the theme of it, but it just happened to be based off of like real life.
Good. That's so big and generous, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of folks have a hard time with that, right? Like, if you don't share my viewpoint, you're probably wrong and a horrible person. And that I think a lot of folks end up divided like that, right? In families, in communities. And man, in an election year, it's gonna be heated from now till November for sure.
Definitely.
But I loved that song. I want to pivot a little bit before you play your next song and talk about something a little bit lighter.
Okay.
Because you, my friend, are my only friend that has their own beer.
Yeah, black metal.
Black metal.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about how did you get your own beer? How does one get their own beer?
Honestly, I have to thank Day and all those guys from Fresh Fest. They booked me on it a few years ago when they first did it, and I just thought I was booked to play. And then a couple months later, I got an email from Helltown, and they sort of linked us up. And I still didn't understand what it was. And they were like, what kind of beer do you like? And I'm telling them what I like. And they're like, oh, why don't you come on out? And I'm like, okay, like, why?
Sure.
So I didn't realize that a lot of people were collaborating. I didn't know that they were mixing and matching artists and, restaurants and you name it, all types of people with different breweries around the country and around the city. And so I ended up
all black breweries, right?
No. Actually, I mean, it was the first black beer festival, but it didn't exclude anyone.
Okay.
So Helltown's, I found, I've always been a Helltown fan anyway.
Yeah.
And I found out they were sort of like a heavy metal rock and roll type of brewery. So when I first went out there to meet those guys, some type of metal was playing. I'm like, okay, this should work. And we came up with the concepts for the beer. They took me through the brewing process. And when I asked them how much beer they were going to make, it was way more than I anticipated. I thought it was going to be like a little bit for the festival. So
there you are.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I told him, I'm like, you don't know me, but I'll push this if they'll let me like get a little bit of like traction with promotion. And the owners were cool with it, so I came up with the name. I kind of designed the letters off of old school metal records and went hard on promotion, and it like did very well, so well that they ended up asking me to do the beer again last year, and I wasn't even on the festival.
Love it.
So this year, they sort of requested for me to be with them because we have to have such a good partnership. So I think we're going to be canning it, and it should be in stores around the city. And yeah,
I'm gonna buy some.
It's good. It's good beer.
I'm sure it is. You would not put your name on a lousy beer.
That's true.
Right? I mean, the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival is a alcohol-free event in real life, but enjoy responsibly at home.
Yes. That's true.
Over 21 for sure. So, that is something to look forward to. And yeah, we love Fresh Fest. Again, another thing that we're so lucky to have in Pittsburgh.
I know. I'm very excited about it. It's a great event. Yeah.
There's you with your vinyl. Tell us about you and your vinyl, Byron.
I've always been a music collector. I've always been a fanatic of instruments and gear and records and 8-tracks, you name it. My great grandfather was a jazz musician here in Pittsburgh, I found out, and he collected records, and I didn't know this, and he passed away a long time ago, but family members found me online and said, everyone thinks that you should have the remainder of his records because we've been watching you, you'll take care of them. So I went and picked up all of his, whatever was left in the house, the rest of the records, vintage stereo gear, 8-tracks, everything, you name it. And he was very similar to me. Like, he took really good care of his stuff. Some of the things weren't even played yet. The first record I played was from 1963 and it wasn't opened. So yeah, so that kind of came on top of the music that I already had. So that's sort of been my new direction. And I've been spinning vinyl at Con Alma for jazz happy hours and things because I accumulated so much so quickly.
I love that. I'm on text Terry Bell, who runs our Jazz Live program.
Yeah.
Right when we're done, and tell her that you have this now.
Yeah.
Cool. So Byron, play us another song. If it's from the new batch, that's cool. If it's an oldie, that's cool too.
It is. Let me just make sure this one string is in tune because it's hot in here.
Yeah. Nobody wants an out of tune string. It's hot. Thank goodness it's a little less hot than it was.
This might be the most political song I've ever written, but oddly enough, I wrote it a few years ago, but it seems to ring true right now. It's called Don't Shoot, and I wrote it with my buddy Evan Thorson, who used to be in Plan B with me. Wednesday morning, mother sent Mom to school. She kisses his forehead and tells him, baby, I love you. Mounting tension, wrong place, wrong time. Shoot, he was on our mother's side. Lately, and I read a better truth. He moves with caution, goes back in mind, he knows the rules. All lives matter, but Not if you're one of us. Shoot. Don't shoot. He was on our father's side. All lives matter, not if you're one of us. Shoot, don't shoot. He was on our mother's side. Yeah, don't shoot, shoot. He was on our father's side. He was on our mother's side. Don't shoot.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think these songs that you and Brittney have both played tonight are so important, and I'm so glad you guys are out here in Pittsburgh making music, making people think, bringing people together, fighting the good fight. Black Lives Matter.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's where we find you, right? ByronNash.com.
ByronNash.com, Facebook, Instagram, all the places. I have a lot of things coming up, working on a documentary, and going to be releasing a lot of music. So it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, it is. Good. Well, keep us posted on all of that because we want to follow it. We want to support you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Byron. Thank you, Brittney. Thank you, of course, to Dollar Bank, our title sponsor. You guys are stellar. Joe Smith, thank you. Be sure to check out our homepage, visit the artist market, visit the exhibitions, and see what else we've got left. We've got a few more days. Tomorrow night, we've got we're pairing up with our very successful Liberty Magic at Home. So tomorrow night, we've got Derek Hughes and Nathan Christopher with musical guest Lisa Ramey. She's really cool. She's from The Voice. She's from that show, The Voice. And Derek and Nathan are so fun, magicians and an illustrator. So please tune in 7:30 tomorrow night for that. And we'll see you online. Thanks so much. Be well and be safe. And remember, scan that. All you got to go to your phone, take a picture of that little QR code, easy peasy, or go straight to trustarts.org/TRAF donate. No amount is too small or too large. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.